London. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Falcons and the Bucs, and it comes your way next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting. Right? We had a couple of teams look to hand off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It is just so cool. You mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend. But we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on the running backs, anybody that loves old school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, when we have a chance to talk to this quarterback's teammates, the word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with him the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish on the stat line, the interception. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it certainly prevented him from being able to really appreciate what he accomplished in last week's win. If that meeting is any indication of what we should expect, I think it's pretty safe to assume he's placing a big emphasis on protecting the ball over these next 4 quarters.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. London brought in motion. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Motion man is the tight end going right. Penix on 3rd down. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch.
Eligible receiver downfield.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Left side in the hands of London.
And another great throw right there, Mike, and when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. Penix gonna throw again. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. London brought in motion. They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. He'll get this out to his running back. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Falcons. His 12th touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, this will be a tough group to match up with.
And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Moving the tight end right. Now they'll set up to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On first down, here's Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Right back to Irving. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That one taken in by London. The countdown was on all game, and we've reached the milestone. Catch number 100 on the season. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. We are through 1. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. We'll go play action now with Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a 1st down.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. The speed on display. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Atlanta.
That's a heck of a run right there. And I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back. And you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Falcons extend their advantage to 14-3. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Bucs offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. A give. This is Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now, faking the give. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick six.
The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Braylon Allen, touchdown Falcons. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, You don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. A tight end in motion now. On play action, he'll set up to throw. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes Drake London. The rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. Play action. It's Penix. Open man downfield. That's London. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
On third down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense and Drake London set to take over once more. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. They'll go with a draw play here on 2nd down. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They send him right out of the slot. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
This one complete right side. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's got it to Flowers for the connection.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2.
What up, let me get a game, add me big money 513.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. London brought in motion. Now Penix. That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Extra point try now for Tucker. It's up and through. And the Falcons stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but it's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the Dog Pound. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rondale Moore, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. For the Falcons, they were led in the first half by their quarterback, Michael Penix. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Robinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Buccaneers first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. They motion the slot man left. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 3rd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll motion their tight end, Robinson. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 3rd down, it's Irving.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half.
The kick is good. Makes the score Falcons 28, Buccaneers 10.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Penix. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st. Third and long. From the gun, here is Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Irving. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he'll take this down to about the 7. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. He'll try to run for it. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers are back within 2 scores.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Falcons offense ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
London brought in motion. Penix now going to keep it on the zone read.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Third and a yard. On the ground, it's Allen. And he's across midfield, and more importantly, he's got the first down at the 49-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
On first and 10, it's Penix. He's got it inside the 5.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. They'll motion over Flowers. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That one taken in. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Tucker for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This taken in at the goal line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They'll try and run for it. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Now, Jacobs. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw. It's Penix. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On 3rd down, Penix. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. I think at this point in the game, Mike, you have things under control. Not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide. And this one will not work. He goes out of bounds. They're going to drop 4 on that one. Back to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Now, this looks like a design run, and he's going to have a Bucs first down. They only needed one, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw yet again. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They have not disappointed, as they have the advantage here in the 4th. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them.
It's so much easier to play aggressive man coverage when guys use proper trail techniques.